Welcome to the semester premiere of Spotlight. I'm Natalie Vitelli. On tonight's show, we see what's happening with Kutztown's Historical Society. After that, we will analyze the antics of a killer clown on Golden Ticket. And finally, we break the ice on the new year with Spotlight. Let's get started. Known for its historic sites, so let's go to Dave to see what is exactly happening.
25th anniversary celebration for this building, which was constructed in 1892 as the public school for the Borough of Kutztown. It's a great example of late Victorian schoolhouse architecture. There were a number of other buildings in southeastern Pennsylvania over the years that resembled this building, most of which have now been demolished. So we are one of the few examples still standing, and that makes it notable. We have the building on the National Register of Historic Places, so we're recognized by the federal government as a notable entity of this type of Victorian schoolhouse architecture.
It was the public school building in Kutztown. This is where all the kids came to school. As time progressed, they built the current high school downtown further in the early 1960s, and the old high school became the junior high, and this became the elementary school. And when they built the they built the elementary school first downtown, but this was used as the junior high. When they elementary school and the high school were built, this was part of the high school. It's called the annex when you went to junior high here. And in 1977, with new fire code laws, both buildings were deemed unsafe or unfit to be used as schools. The Historical Society was able to get together $8,000, and they bought this building in order to preserve it. The high school, not so lucky. It was torn down, and the property was carved into building lots, and that's why you see newer houses across the street from here. This afternoon, Mad Dogs in Kutztown is providing hot dogs for us to give away for free. And we have Kutztown High School has sent some instrumental performers. We have a big birthday cake. We'll be cutting that at 1:30, and then some vocal performers from Kutztown High School are coming at 3:15. All day long, from now until 4 o'clock, we have some volunteers, some from the local high school, some from the community, to provide tours of the building, to talk about the different artifacts we have here, the interesting things, and our trains are running downstairs as well.
If we don't preserve our history, it's going to be lost, and I think that would be a major disservice to the folks that follow us.
After the commercial break, we take a close look into Stephen King's It on Golden Ticket. We'll be right back.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
It's on us to tell our friends if what they're doing is wrong.
To say something when our friends are being stupid.
Look out for each other at parties.
Keep an eye on someone in a vulnerable situation.
To get a woman or a man home safely if they need help.
It's on us, all of us, to stop sexual assault.
I took the pledge, and you can too, at itsonus.org.
After 27 years, Pennywise the Clown is back to terrify a new generation. Owen and Cole break it down with their latest review on Golden Ticket.
Hello and welcome to Golden Ticket. I'm your host, Owen Volkrick.
And I'm Cole Winters.
On this episode, we'll be discussing Stephen King's It, a film adaptation of the famous novel, where a terrifying monster terrifies a group of kids using their worst fears as their own weapon.
There's a lot to like about this movie. I actually loved it. The characters are so well written, and they feel so diverse and lovable, and you really are rooting for these kids when you're watching the movie.
Yeah, and Bill Skarsgård, who plays Pennywise the Clown, did an amazing job. Comparing him to Tim Curry from the 90s miniseries, while they're both horrifying, I got the sense that Bill Skarsgård's clown felt more inhuman and more horrifying in a way than Tim Curry's, who felt more jovial and clowny.
I'll show you how to slow down. They all slow down here.
With the very opening scene of this movie, they do not pull any punches. You get a real sense that these kids are not safe, that the horrifying things, dangerous things can happen to these kids and will happen to these kids.
Hiya, Georgie. What a nice boat. Do you want it back?
Yes, please.
Here. Take it.
It was a really wise choice to set the tone of the movie with that scene.
Going into negative things, there is a very fast and loose pace throughout the movie where you don't really get a lot of time to react to these scenes.
Yeah, I mean, and this paired with the fact that there were some also weird tonal shifts just didn't help.
And unfortunately, this led to some characters feeling underdeveloped and some plot points feeling unanswered.
Absolutely.
Overall, I think it's a breath of fresh air, and I would give it 4 balloons out of 5.
Absolutely. I mean, compared to other movies nowadays that might be just a simple cash grab, this one definitely has a lot of heart behind it. I agree with you. I'll give it a 4 out of 5 balloons.
Well, I'm Owen Volkrick.
I'm Cole Winters.
And thanks for watching.
You'll float too.
On the Street is next after this.
As student athletes, we have prepared countless hours in the quest for victory.
While our opponents have offered countless challenges, and at times we have been defeated.
Our greatest challenge is not to defeat ourselves, but to assure that our failure is not limited by a poor game plan.
Think before you click.
How much does a polar bear weigh? Enough to break the ice? Cameron Crisologo asked people the best way to break the ice on Spotlight on the Street.
Hey guys, it's Cameron Crisologo here with Spotlight on the Street, and today we're going to see if people can break the ice.
I think a good icebreaker question would be, do you prefer sheets or Wawa? And I'd have to go with sheets.
Why is that?
Because where I'm from, there's not a lot of Wawas, so I definitely have to say sheets. Plus, I love their mac and cheese bites. So they're pretty good, yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Mikey, what's a good icebreaker?
Do you love me? Please? Please? How about now?
Yes.
Thank you. Goodbye.
What is a good icebreaker?
Oh my gosh, I love icebreakers. So there's this icebreaker called Human Tic-Tac-Toe, where you set up 9 chairs and you call, people are in teams. So if there's 30 people, you have 1 through 15, and then you call 3 numbers, and those people have to put themselves in like X's or O's, and you go like this or like this to show which team you're on, and the first team to get 3 in a row wins.
That's very elaborate.
Yeah.
Well, usually for me, I just ask, when do you shower, morning or night? Really tells like who they are, to be honest.
Yeah, and it shows, you know, are they a morning person? You know, are they night? It shows also when you're going to hang out with them. Yeah. I understand. Thank you, man. Thank you. So what's a good icebreaker?
I'd say a simple but important one to me is what's your favorite movie? Because it's a common thing everyone does these days, whether they realize it or not. But it really like brings out that person's personality of like what kind of movies they watch, I think.
Everyone had some pretty good answers. I'm Cameron Crisologo from Spotlight on the Street, signing off.
Consider this show the icebreaker. We have much more in store for you in the next upcoming weeks. Thanks for watching, and don't talk to any clowns you might find in the sewer. Good night.